Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every one of you guys hit that like or dislike button, put some Coach K full court pressure on that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I upload a video or go live on my YouTube channel. And once again, this is your boy E Thriller. Welcome back. Now, tonight is a big night. First things first, y'all. Adrien the Problem Broner is scheduled to make his return to the boxing ring and a showdown with a guy by the name of Jovanie Santiago. And to be honest with you, they're headlining tonight's card. There's a couple of good fights on, but I'm just going to focus on that particular fight on this video because Adrien the Problem Broner, say what you want about him, he's still one of the biggest draws in the sport of boxing. His name rings bells. Whether you hate him or love him, you are going to tune in to see what he has in store, whether that's inside of the ring or after the fight at the presser, to see some crazy shit he gonna say or to see him pop his shit in the ring. I mean, it's just that simple, right? But the question that I have for you guys, and also for Adrien Broner, well, I have a couple of questions. For one, I want to see if Adrien Broner is really serious about being rededicated to the sport of boxing. Because tonight is going to tell me a lot, because the fight was scheduled at 140 pounds, right? And it sounds like to me it's being reported by Ellie Seckbach. Shout out to him, ES News. Go sub to him on his YouTube channel, right? But it's being reported that neither fighter could make the weight. So they had to adjust the weight from 140 pounds, which is junior, I believe, welterweight, to 147 pounds, which is kind of odd because everybody's been seeing Adrien Broner say he's in shape, he's ready, he's so ready for the fight, he's been busting his ass. And I'm not going to knock Adrien Broner for this because coming off of a 2-year layoff, going through what he went through outside of the ring with the legal issues, and the man has came out and said he was addicted to alcohol, and he had to get up one day and say, you know what, I'm just sick of this shit. I'm ready to make a change. I'm ready to get back into the sport of boxing. You know, whether that's because it's for the love of it or if it's because he's in debt, I don't honestly know. That is a question that we're going to have to get answered tonight because I'm looking at this guy he's fighting and I couldn't find any fights on him on YouTube, y'all. I'll take that lie back. I think I found one fight and I watched a little bit of it. Of course, he won by knockout, but the guy isn't that fast. He isn't that slick. He doesn't have a lot of footwork. He has decent punching power, but I think in order for a fighter to even give Adrien Broner problems, you're going to have a high punch output and you're going to have to be a pressure fighter because we all know Adrien Broner struggles against guys that pressure him. I mean, we seen it when he went up against Shawn Porter. We seen it in spurts against Mikey Garcia. We seen it in spurts against Manny Pacquiao. And we damn sure saw it for the entirety of a fight against Marcos Maidana. You understand what I'm saying? When he got dropped not once, but twice, 3 or 4 times in that fight, but he fought like a true champ. And honestly, I had Adrien Broner closing the gap on the scorecards in that fight until he got knocked down again later in that fight, and then it was over. But to be honest with you guys, Adrien Broner, he's 33-4. And with those 4 losses that I just named, there's no shame in it. And also, an argument could be made that Adrien Broner had no business losing to Mikey Garcia and Shawn Porter if he would do what? What is the biggest knock on Adrien the Problem Broner? He doesn't let his fucking hands go. And it's so frustrating to watch, y'all, because he has all of the talent in the world. But too many times, he's standing in the pocket, he gets hit, and he doesn't try to counterpunch. And I don't know if this is even like a letting your hands go thing. I think this is a confidence issue because he hasn't been the same fighter ever since he lost to Chino Maidana. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. It's like he's scared to get dropped. He's scared to get popped. He's scared to the possibility of getting knocked out. And I get it and I understand it, but my man, the sport of boxing comes with counterpunching. The same way you have to wear trunks, socks, you understand me, tape around your hands. Counterpunching and getting hit comes with the sport of boxing. That's why so many people say you can't play with boxing. So Adrien Broner is going to have to prove it to me because, hell, I'm still riding with him. And I don't know how many times this guy's let me down, y'all. I mean, I can honestly count on 5 hands how many times I've said, I'm done with Adrien Broner. I don't want to see another motherfucking fight from this dude. I don't want to hear his interviews. I don't want to see his pressers. But goddamn it, he always reels me in whenever he announces his fight, and I don't know why. I mean, do you guys have that same problem with Adrien Broner? Drop a comment below and let me know. But it's something about the guy that I can't deny that I just tend to root for him, no matter how much he pisses me off inside or outside of the fucking ring. Because the man has punching power. The man has the speed. At one point in time, they were comparing this guy to Floyd Mayweather. Hell, there were even some commentators picking Adrien, the problem Broner, to beat a Floyd if they were to potentially face off. You understand what I'm saying? So this guy is no fucking Uber driver. This guy is the real deal when he puts it all together. But how long have we been saying this? I mean, and if you don't believe it coming from me, let's listen to the great Roy Jones. DJ, roll that clip.
I like to see Broner go back and look at himself and start realize that if he let his hands go more, he can do a lot more damage and he can make people really believe in what he's telling them. It's just that he's not busy enough. When he gets busy, he'll see a lot more, he'll see a lot better results.
Letting his hands go, was that more an issue of what Pacquiao was doing, or is that a problem that Adrien has?
Adrien didn't been doing the last few fights. So how can we blame it on Pacquiao? It was the same thing with Vargas, it was the same thing with all of them. It's just that he got to be a little bit more busy. He's a good puncher, don't get it wrong. And like I tell people, what happens to a lot of us sometimes is when we realize we got power, we just want to let a power shot. Like he dropped Sean Porter in the 12th round. Keith Thurman didn't drop Sean Porter. So it got to you can punch. But you can't depend on that. I think he got stuck kind of depending on his power.
Do you think that's the case? Or do you,
I think it's the case because, truthfully speaking, me coming in knowing if I know Pacquiao been knocked out a few times, I'm going to think Pacquiao's Pac-Man. He works. I'm not going to outwork him. I'm going to try to knock him out. So,
is there anything that Adrien can take away from that performance? Any positive?
Yeah, you can take away the fact that he went 12 rounds with a legend and he held his own. Pacquiao didn't go out there and run over. Pacquiao might have won more than round, but he didn't run over. So yeah, you can take a lot of positives from that. Now he got something to build on.
And once again, that was the great Roy Jones Jr. And he made a hell of a point when he was talking about the Manny Pacquiao fight. Because to be honest with you guys, I know a lot of people like to clown AB for saying, oh, you know, I whooped that boy. Oh, I feel like I won that fight. But, I mean, of course he didn't win the fight. But Manny Pacquiao didn't just blow Adrien Broner out the water. I mean, Adrien Broner was a pretty hard target to hit. Up until the second half of the fight, I believe around the 8th through the 12th round was when AB punch output got low. He stopped letting his hands go and he started getting hit and he started hugging. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. We've seen him do this against Sean Porter. We've seen him do it against Mikey Garcia. We've seen him do it against motherfucking Chino to a lesser degree. So, I mean, I don't know at this point, man, but if you got to put a gun in my head and ask me who I'm picking tonight, I'm riding with Adrien Broner because I don't think he has a choice. I think he has to come out and dominate in a fashion to where he's going to put everybody on notice at 140 pounds, and I'm coming for the belts, and I am legitimately serious about my career moving forward because this fight is not the only stepping stone when it comes to Adrien Broner, because there's a lot of potential big fights out there at 140 pounds if this man can continue to win and stay focused and stay in shape and stay out of trouble. I mean, my Lord, I'm pulling for the guy, y'all. I don't want y'all to think I'm knocking Adrien Broner. I'm just being honest. I got to be honest on my channel. I'm going to call a spade because if Adrien Broner loses tonight, it's over. It's over. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to hear nothing from Adrien Broner. And as far as I'm concerned, he might as well just focus on his rap career. It'll be over if he loses to this Santiago dude. And I pray to God that does not happen. But once again, I'm picking Adrien Broner by a late stoppage. I say this fight will go about 10 to 11 rounds. I got AB by TKO, y'all. Because he should have no problem with sending this dude to sleep experts. But once again, drop your comments below. Who are you picking, Santiago or AB? Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Hit that like or dislike button on your way out. Put some Coach K full court pressure on that noti bell. Make sure you click on all so you can be notified each and every time I upload a video. And of course, I'm going to be right back at you guys after the fight with my post-fight analysis. Be blessed.